people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? That's...
Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only... blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure. No matter where I went, Vacher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also... But now, we can no longer go back. The pain... No! Our reunion no longer has... The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vacher, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vacher above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, it was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence.
Look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional...
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means. deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off.
Huh? Really? Paimon can...
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I saw that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you...
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the prime... Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Travel?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners.
Don't worry, you two. With us around.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus.
Very good. But
I shall find rooms for us.
thank you, Malus. Now, let's
This is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better.
Your father, he was the
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, 3 years later, I still don't understand why How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave the closest piece of info I have, is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's That's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, and that Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait! If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something people love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Miss Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that... Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly. Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula, this won't do.
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not...
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your... But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you...
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Wait, so you didn't...
How could I after having...
guess
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Does that mean...
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten. No matter how... And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Nervalette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice. The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalette. Will you...
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to...
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able...
I see. In that case, please...
that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been in. There are no records of him either in the files or in.
Traveler, what
Is that so? All right then. Thank you.
Him. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case. Yet in your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia,
I'm fine. Rain.
you're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building?
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could... That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself? Great.
discovered at a place like this.
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home. Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and You said before that you still had some business at the court.
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were...
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention...
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus, and if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were but, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belonged to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition...
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with zero warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed. There is no need to follow your father's path.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? And yet, what was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he Synth is still here. Callous the Unfaithful is still his epithet. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, Demoiselle.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before, but what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with the serial disappearances case. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating, but as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the Unfaithful were still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah, I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared?
It's the location where Synth is produced. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating. But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and there's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to... But a single visit to their headquarters would be The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine Authority?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea...
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and... Wait.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy, when I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative trace, the first is Florent, Spina de Rosula's senior advisor.
Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, there's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of confrérie of...
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss, in the beginning, there were only...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. When we were... It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between... Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities...
I see. These are all people to think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry.
Of course. And...
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. If it might help, you could also pay them...
Oh, thank you so much, Melus.
a new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth.
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation.
Thank you for arranging everything.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died,
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so...
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go. He had many regrets, and felt that he took... the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis, even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy? Papa always wanted to be a good man. So why did he have...
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like you're...
Yeah, Papa was a...
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find...
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened, after my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened?
Let me think. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking. My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was...
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was—
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques. Or—
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
about that, Malouse told me a thing or two. So I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, and if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callis— many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callis, but it was Mr. Callis's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula, no matter what others might say. He'll always—
Don't worry. You and all our other comrades at the Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you—
Oh,
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of—
are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callis did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat.
Yes. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvent—
I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be— if you want to go through the original files from your—
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question.
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get—
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and—
Then you think too highly. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your— If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of— So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though—
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you. Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just...
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Mark. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what...
Yes,
Oh, you...
that's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn... I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf. I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over...
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkard.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right?
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid...
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of... But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. Do you have any new thoughts on my...
About that. Sorry, the Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself.
Sounds good. Just let me know if all my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's... Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right. Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstances.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his...
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite... It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of...
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business? Thierry, you say? Huh. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah, had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, but as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with persons.
So you're saying he's too broke?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't... Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. I've been looking for...
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hand.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind this.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with...
That's what I thought was strange about it, so if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigation.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the...
Yeah, and it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any... Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus. You're right. This is our best... I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to...
We'll help you, just like...
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Malus, Silver, when did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving. It's our hope that...
Thank you so much. Then, let's make...
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production bay. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, however, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their— in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out— I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the way. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything.
That case had nothing to do with— Huh? What? Why?
I told you it couldn't be one of the—
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time, but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well—
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatric? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to— and if my charges prove true, then
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fast so, Your Honor? Is there nothing else for me to do?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is—
That person is— Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard—
I've heard of them, but weren't they
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to— and if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also—
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please— members of the guards, please contact Mr. Mr. Marcel, you will not—
Apologies. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a
Very well. In that case, since—
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard this. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about...
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of... Something's not... The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another... This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques, but now, since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that... Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true...
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has...
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I get...
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was no—
Then, may I ask some questions? 1. Do you—
I'm afraid.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find him. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassment.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had—
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth, what was certain, however, was that it would pay—
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as—
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine— But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the sale. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say— your father intend—
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarant. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the Shadow, but since he entrusted his will to you, Clarant—
so, during—
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faint. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between—
Right? What she said was fascinating, but—
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callis. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being— The culprit could only time their actions so precise. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after— I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most—
No need to appeal to—
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me—
It's timing. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work, but the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle.
No, it's not your fault.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of this? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family, could those records and testimonies do something to appease the
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting it, but aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong in.
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial. Many people's images are flashing before. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of—
I was waiting for you to say that.
We need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising! Now we can swim to the top! But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Don't be such a brute.
Now the path is clear! Let's go!
You're in for a little Surrender and be gentle.
Bet you can't keep up with me! Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up. Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the water. Mixing in progress. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some kind of experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just... How can someone write something that terrible in such a... You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did it. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vacher is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vacher was no, that's not it either! If that's the case, well, in any case... Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve. Paimon will take notes on this encrypt... Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes the... Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation Yep. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... What? Huh? You mean the girls from the cereal, and then they were... and all the boxes of things, these names... We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals it's true. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Nothing at all! And Paimon can't even find snacks either! Whoa, really? Let Paimon see! Vignier. Isn't that Vacher's lover's name? Then you found her... Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love... final name she Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Hey!
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so
I've merely...
I was waiting.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this?
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence,
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we already know after your lover, Vignier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity, and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
so that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying. So, you never noticed how we.
You also never understood, bosses.
Or our determination to see things.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, you only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus, I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Go.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody. Vignier, please, Vignier. Don't think back.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show...
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner, and during an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, after exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, but although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case thus concludes the enigmatic... The oratrice will now deliver the final... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserved.
With that, the serial...
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and...
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely...
The day our late boss had always hoped for is fine.
Yeah. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, passed on. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of...
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict...
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need...
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established the guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique, guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict? Is your justice...
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice...
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just...
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is... By the guards, please take this up.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Neuvillette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Verena mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but...
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed? Don't tell me. You thought
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty...
However, if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, Although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate.
All right. After all, he... Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette! That power you showed when you took him down...
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name.
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to...
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he...
This request is...
Of course!
What humans? Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor.
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about anything.
In that...
Thank you.
Ta-da! No!
When your heart is set...